Facebook losing about $60 billion in market value in just 2 days. This after reports that the data of potentially 50 million users was bought by the analytics firm Cambridge Analytica without users' permission to do things like influence the vote. Users were misled into thinking their data was being used for academic purposes. Now, Cambridge Analytica suspended its CEO today amid the growing leak scandal, as well as allegations Cambridge Analytica officials suggested entrapping politicians in the UK with bribes and things like sex workers. Officials in the US, UK, EU, Germany now demanding answers from Facebook. Its billionaire chief executive and co-founder Mark Zuckerberg may be called in to testify. This is both the FTC, the EU, they've all opened new investigations into Facebook. Let's bring in Trump 2020 campaign media advisory board member, Gina Loudon. Gina, this looks pretty bad. Your reaction?
Well, my reaction, Liz, is what my reaction is all the time, a sort of confoundment over the fact that Carol Davidson, a former Obama employee, came forward and said that Facebook willingly and knowingly helped Obama in his campaign to be elected. We also know that Facebook helped Hillary, and they don't even hide from that fact. And yet, when it comes out that perhaps mistakenly, not knowingly, but mistakenly, Facebook somehow did something that might have helped President Trump a little bit, then all of a sudden there's this uproar, there's this outrage, it's this wrong thing, we should all delete Facebook. Let me say about Facebook, I haven't trusted Facebook for a long time, and anybody who uses it, Liz, I know you and I have said on your show 100 times, if you're going to put it out there, it's public, and you should know that. Everybody knows that.
And you know
People knew what was happening.
And there are apps on Facebook that are watching you if you're on Facebook. If you click on apps, they're going to pick up all your information. To your point about Obama, you're right. Back in 2012, Obama and his team were being called the big data technological geniuses for being, doing things like harvesting and mining, data mining information on voters. They were the wizards of the new age of elections. And now we find out that Obama's campaign was sending targeted messages to users on Facebook, masquerading as friends messages, Gina.
Yeah, it's just the hypocrisy and what we tolerate as an American public, and how easily we let the media tell us when we should be outraged rather than using our own brains, which would seem to be a logical conclusion at some point amidst the hypocrisy. But Liz, here's the thing. I am hoping and I have comfort and faith in the fact that a free market economic system will eventually develop some sort of social media app that isn't so biased against people's beliefs.
You know what I think, Gina?
Harvest their data and give it away.
I think Facebook should send each of us our profile and what information they have on us. Because now you have this ex-Facebook insider, Sandra Parakilis. She's a former operations manager. She's saying Facebook routinely lets in the door numerous companies to do covert harvesting of user data. But here's the other thing, Gina, too. This Cambridge Analytica, we know Steve Bannon was the vice president there. It's been backed by the billionaire conservative Mercer family. There's an issue there with that company too, Cambridge Analytica as well, right?
Well, I mean, of course there is, because it may have somehow inadvertently benefited the Trump campaign, and that's where the problem is. But they have no problem, and I'm not hearing for any heads to roll on the absolute not knowing that they were benefiting the Obama campaign, Hillary's campaign, and God knows who else. And by the way, this is what all social media companies do. This is the common practice in Silicon Valley. So let's not act all outraged. We've known this was going on for a long time. This is nothing other than the shocking fact that it may have inadvertently helped a conservative. And that's the problem that people are having. Listen, I know people that have been shadow banned on all, conservatives, by the way, that have been shadow banned, had their accounts closed on all of these social media, that have had their numbers taken down. Some people have lost their whole livelihoods, Liz, based on targeting of conservatives on these different social media outlets. So until that's all fixed, I just hope that some